The next item in Lesson 3 of Dreamweaver Chapter 7 talks about an idea called checking files out or checking files in. And I guess an easy analogy for this is if you're thinking about a library book. Typically, library is not used by one person and one person only. Several people can access a library and get items out of it, books or videos or what have you. The same thing is if you're going to be working in a team environment, you may want to allow people to work as a group collaboratively. And again, for what we're doing here now, you know, this may be kind of a practice mock situation. It's not a real one, but want to demonstrate this just to show what Dreamweaver is capable of. Under Manage Files, I'm going to go back here again, and under Advanced Settings, make sure I get this in the right spot. Sorry, under Servers. I can actually bring up my Kent Research, which I used in the previous example, and under Advanced, there's a checkbox here that says Enable Files Checkout. Okay, if this isn't checked, then no one is able to check files in or out. So with that checked, then it asks you what is the name of the person and their email address. Just in the event that somebody does check something out, it will be noted. Okay, now I've already done this. Well, how do you check something in and out? First off, there's a button here. So if I want to, say for example, take the cafe page and check it out, it will let me check it out. Okay. Now if I go to this screen here, it will show items that are checked out. I'm not sure why maybe I lost my connection temporarily, but it will show you down the side here what people have checked items out. I just had that there a minute ago. Let me go to a remote server. Try it this way. Let me check a file out that way. Now when you're checking it out, and you got to realize too that on another computer you would get an updated version of the file. So in essence what you're doing is technically you're downloading that file, and the idea of checking it out is it will leave a note that someone can say, oh hey, it looks like so and so checked out the file. And it's more for you know, security type of operation if nothing else. Another security option, I'm going to jump ahead to lesson 4 here quickly, is an idea called cloaking files. And what cloaking files means is when you upload items to a server, oftentimes you take every file in your folder and upload it to the server, and then it's you know, automatically updated. What you can do with cloaking is there may be a file you're working on or a type of file that you don't want to be uploaded at the current moment, and all you need to do is in your files, let me go locally here for a second, is you can right click a file and there's a cloaking option, and hit cloak and it puts a little slash through it, so you can mark items that are cloaked that way. And I believe this has to be enabled. Let me make sure I get this set up. Under the edit menu is where you can set up where items are cloakable or not. Okay, so you can do individual files or types of files that are cloakable. And then if you want to uncloak it, you just do the same operation, right click cloak and uncloak, and you can actually uncloak all of them when you're ready to do that. So that's kind of a little handy operation. Another idea that you may want to use at some point is just think back when we set this site up initially. The first day we set it up, we selected the folders and the assets folders and various items like that by going under Manage Site, and we went through and we did all these various steps to set up our site. We set up the server with the Kent items. We set up the check-in, check-out items, and again, those may not be a lot of steps, but there are enough steps that we don't want to have to do that multiple times if we don't have to. So something that's interesting is when you bring up the Manage Site window, there's an option called Export, and it's going to actually let you export a file that is your site definition. So if you want to send all those definitions together in one file, it's a .ste file, which is a site definition file. Someone at the other end or yourself can open that and have the site definitions already worked on. And all you need to do that is use an import. So you'd import the site definition file at the other end. It can be a handy time-saving device. And then the last two sections of this chapter 6 and 7 talk mainly about legal aspects, and they also talk about how you may present a website to a client. I'd just go and check through that and read through it. It basically talks about copyrights and trademarks and public domain and uses, things like that. I shouldn't say a lot of it's common sense, but if you're going to use someone else's items, such as a picture or text or something like that, it absolutely should be noted, just like you would do on a paper for a class. And then the seventh section is talked about when you're ready to present this to a client. It mentions this in here that you need to make sure everything is functional and it works and the links work and everything along that line, but also think about who is going to be viewing this. Is it going to be older people? Is it going to be younger people? Is it going to be male, female? Is it going to be one group of people versus another group of people? So it just mentions, keep those ideas in mind as you're creating the website and as you're getting ready to present it to your client, whoever they may be.